Hello, everyone, and welcome to Living Healthy and Aging Well. My name is Ken Haglind, and today is Saturday, May 16th, 2020, and we are broadcasting live from the AM 950 radio station that is on the bluffs overlooking the beautiful Bryant Lake Regional Park located in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. We are on the air every Saturday from noon to 1 to talk about your health and your life. We cover a wide range of topics to improve the quality of your life, including wellness, health care, elder care, even end-of-life care, and, of course, caregiver support. I hope all of you are doing well, and thank you for listening today. We have another great show for you. Joining me, and she is back by popular demand, is Terry Madsen. She is the founder of Beginning Today Lifestyle Wellness. She offers wellness coaching classes to a wide range of audiences, including corporate organizations, senior communities, and individuals. Terry is passionate about helping guide people in making small changes in their daily habits for maximum results, one step at a time. I want to thank all of you that leave us messages on our radio show phone line. We appreciate hearing from you. We welcome your questions, comments, and suggestions. Also, please continue to let us know of topics or guests you would like for us to have on a future show. You know, we are here to help you improve your quality of life. So feel free, call or text us anytime, 24/7, on our radio show phone, which is 612-999-3426. All right, you know, we are adding new listeners to the show each week. So I want to mention the purpose of this radio program is to bring you specialists and experts who have a passion for helping others to provide advice and recommendations on how to navigate the challenges of managing both you and your family's health and quality of life. We also have a special focus on our aging population and how we can help you and your loved ones prepare for the various stages of life's transitions. In addition, we provide vital information for the caregivers who, as we have found out, are so essential in supporting our senior population. We get questions all the time. How do I find a recording of your show, Ken? You can find all the recordings of our shows on the AM 950 website by going to the AM 950 radio station homepage and clicking the On-Demand button and then clicking on our show logo, Living Healthy and Aging Well. You can also find us on Apple iTunes, SoundCloud, and TuneIn, and several other web-based services. So for today, if you have any questions for Terry, and listen, I had a lot of questions from people after her show last month, and I want to make sure you get a chance to get those questions answered today. So there's two ways to do that. You can call the radio station and get your question to us live on the air, and that number is 952-946-6205. So once again, to get your question live on the air, call us at 952-946-6205, or you can directly text us your question at 612-999-3426. All right, I want to quickly get into our program today and introduce my guest, Terry Madsen. She's the founder of Beginning Today Lifestyle Wellness, and she's been on the show before, and people really enjoy listening to her. She's been doing this for several years now, helping people live a better life and get healthy, and she really works with a wide range of audiences. So we're very, very happy to have her back on the show. Welcome, Terry.
Thanks for having me. Love being here.
All right. Well, I'll tell you, the audience loves you too. So they really appreciate first of all, your enthusiasm. Some of the response they get is, she's so positive, she's so enthusiastic. And I said, well, that's kind of the criteria to be on the show, actually. But before we start, though, just for all the new listeners and people tuning in for the first time, just give us a little background for you and on how you got into creating your own business and how you started focusing on helping others with their health.
Ken, it starts with that question, how can I help you? What value can I offer you? And I started my own business just over 4 years ago now. I've worked for other companies in the past, and I realized that people really, really just want some small changes for maximum results. They don't want to buy a big program. They don't want to work sometimes the pie in the sky idea is so big they can't get their arms around it. And I just want to help them make those small changes. It's doable. It's possible. I'm here to champion you and walk the walk.
Well, and the other thing, too, is you've seen the success that can happen. I think a lot of people get frustrated because they want to see a change right away. And I encourage them. I said, it's taking you a lifetime to get to this point. It'll take a little bit of time to reverse it, but it's possible, and it doesn't have to be painful. Like you say, it's little steps, one step at a time. It's substitutions. It's just knowing how to navigate it, and people just really struggle, I think, kind of getting off of one track they've been on for their entire life.
Absolutely. And Ken, the secret is what you're doing is you're replacing one habit with another.
Right.
So, you one of the things I used to love that people would say to me is we talk about how to change what they're eating, how to just think differently, how to, what you should eat. And people would say, oh, I don't want to think about food all the time. I don't want. I said, what? Are you kidding me? You think about food all the time now. We're just going to talk about how to think about it differently. That's all.
And maybe a different food.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean by differently. It's you're constantly thinking about that next meal. I just want to help you think about it a little bit differently.
Yeah, and there's preparation things. There's a lot of great advice we're going to try and get into the show today. It's so hard to get all the things we want to talk about, I think, in the show because we struggled last time when we were trying to do this. But since then, we're in the middle of this coronavirus pandemic where many states are in shutdown mode. A lot of people are calling us with questions. They're frustrated. They're struggling. As I mentioned to you before the show started, I get calls saying, Ken, I'm gaining weight. I don't want to go back to work having gained weight here during this last 2 months. And it's really frustrating. And I know we have some time here to get into maybe some ideas and some suggestions on how to deal with that. But I get a sense from the calls that we're getting and the text messages that people are just they're sitting at their desk all day long. They got access to the internet, and they're getting so many conflicting things when they're looking for solutions and help. And of course, everyone wants to sell them something, and a lot of it just comes down to knowledge and education and good habits.
Yeah, and being kind to yourself.
Yeah.
I just want to say that you're not alone if all of a sudden, and this is just so exciting, so interesting. And if you get into my website a little bit, beginning-today.com, you'll see some of the blogs I have in there. And one of them is, what habit have you started? We've been in this shutdown for over 6 weeks now.
Oh, yeah.
And give or take, that 6-week time frame is habit. That's about how much time it takes to build a habit. Give or take, everybody's a little bit differently. You need to reflect and think, what habit did you incidentally pick up in these last 6 weeks? And that addresses what you're saying about suddenly that snacking has picked up. Well, you didn't just start snacking on day one, but it crept into your lifestyle. That's that one small change. Now, we just got to reverse that. We've got to turn that around.
Well, and we'll talk about that here. I've only got a couple of minutes in this first segment left. And I do know you had a lot of response last time you were on the show about your planner. And I want to make sure we don't let the show go by without mentioning that, because people did have questions about how to get the planner. What is the planner? I had a question say, what is that planner Terry was talking about? Would you mind just updating us on the planner and talk about that?
I love to. The name of the planner is Become the Change, Embrace Small Changes for Maximum Results. And it is simply a 12-week planner that you record what you're doing, what you're eating, what you're drinking, your activity levels. There's places for notes. After every week, there's a section with new ideas and thoughts that'll help you move forward into the next week. The beginning is a dedication and a recommendation to see your doctor before you make any changes.
Sure.
And in the backside, and I always want to encourage everybody to, generally don't read the last page first, right, in a book. You totally have to go to the back, because in the back there is some recipes in there, a simple guide for what to pick up at the grocery store, some healthful tips and tricks, and just some other sleep ideas, and that's all in the back. So be sure and look in the back, flip through there from time to time. And if you don't mind, I just got to give a shout-out quick. Rita Burns, one of your loyal listeners, called me. She managed to pick the phone number when we were giving information. And Rita called me and ordered a planner online. And I sent that off to her, and I followed up with a phone call. And she's the sweetest lady ever. And she invited me to stop in and see her if I'm ever in her hometown. And so I hope Rita's listening again today, and I hope she's enjoying that planner.
Well, one thing I found out is we have the most intelligent, thoughtful listeners because the questions I get are just amazing. And here's the thing is, as you found out, we have listeners all over the country. We're right here in the Twin Cities and covering the Twin Cities area, but we have listeners all across the country that pipe in and chime in and send us suggestions and comments. So in the last few seconds here, so if people want to get that planner, which is a beautiful looking planner. I mean, it's a significant planner. They go on your website and they can order it from your website.
Absolutely. And then there is on the website you can go in and order it, and there is postage due. There is some shipping cost. So my website is www.beginning-today.com. Wait, no, www. Oh my gosh, Ken! I am just so
You're so excited about
so excited about the planner. Terry at beginning-today.com and www.beginning-today.com.
And we'll do that again when we get back from the break here. It's time for a short break. We are going to be right back in about 3 minutes, so just please stay with us. You're listening to Living Healthy and Aging Well.
More than ever, we are being faced daily with the topic of human mortality, and for many people, estate planning has been top of mind. Getting your estate planning done now can be easy and cost-effective. Schroman Law offers virtual options for initial consultations so that new clients can safely initiate the process. With many facing uncertain financial situations, Schroman Law also offers affordable fees for legal documents. Learn more at schromanlaw.com. That's SCHROMEN law.com.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my country safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Minnesota Army National Guard. Aired by the Minnesota Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hi, I'm Matt McNeil, and I want to encourage you to join me weekday afternoons at 3 p.m. for the Matt McNeil Show. It's a Twin Cities-based full hour of talk where we discuss what's going on in the state and in the nation from a Minnesota perspective. We'll be joined by a lot of great guests, and we'll take your phone calls. Interact with us on the Twitter page, at Matt McNeil Show, the Facebook page, Progressive Citizen X, The Matt McNeil Show, and on email. Comment at am950radio.com. The Matt McNeil Show, weekday afternoons at 3 right here on AM 950.
Did you know there's deconstruction funding available now for homeowners and contractors in Hennepin County? If you are embarking on a remodel or teardown this year, consider hiring Better Futures Minnesota's deconstruction crews instead of demolition. By taking a house or building apart by hand instead of destroying it with heavy equipment, the materials can be reused or recycled instead of going into the landfill. It is much more cost-effective and is a carbon-neutral solution. Go to betterfuturesminnesota.com and look under Business Services to learn more.
Are you wondering what's going on with our real estate market right now? Then why not become a house geek? Hi, I'm Kirk Duckwall with Bricks Real Estate and host of the Twin Cities Real Estate Show here with your Market Minute. 4.86 is the average number of showings per week per listing in the median sale price range, and this is a key indicator of current demand in our marketplace. The median sale price is up by 8% over the same time last year, which is at about $297,000. The 30-year conventional interest rate is at around 3.33%. This is historically low and is virtually unchanged over last week. So what does this mean for sellers? Showing activity is slower than it was last year at the same time. However, due to the low inventory of homes for sale, activity is still showing it is a seller's market. For buyers, you are able to schedule showings with your realtor if you are taking proper precautions. Are you thinking about making a move? Then remember, you can check us out online anytime at housegeeks.com.
right. Welcome back. You are listening to Living Healthy and Aging Well, where we talk about your health and your life. My name is Ken Haglind, and joining me today in the studio is Terry Madsen. She is the founder of Beginning Today Lifestyle Wellness, and we are having way too much fun here talking off the air about all the topics and all the questions that we've been getting the last few weeks here with this stay-at-home order. Anyway, Terry, she offers coaching classes to a wide range of audiences, including corporate organizations, senior communities, and individuals. And Terry is passionate about helping guide people in making small changes in habits for maximum results, one step at a time. All right, so listen, before we get into our conversation with Terry again, I want to mention that we received several calls over the last couple of weeks about the DNA testing services that are available through our show partner, Genetic Health RX. And I want to answer a few of those questions right now. First of all, the main question is, what is this DNA test for? We're hearing about testing all the time on the radio and the television and things, but this DNA test is very specific. This test identifies which prescription medications are the best ones for your unique genetic profile. And it can help you and your doctor optimize your treatment results. And also, very importantly, can help avoid unwanted adverse drug side effects. Another question is the test painful? No, the test is a simple swab of the inside of your mouth and takes only a few seconds, and it's pain-free. Another question was, who should get this test? Well, the test is for people of all ages. So if you are taking a prescription medications or are planning to, you should look into getting this test done. It's a one-time test for the rest of your life. And once you know the results, then your doctor and your healthcare provider can identify, well, which medications are the best ones for you. It's a real simple green, yellow, red. You want to avoid the red medications because your body cannot process those or metabolize those the way you'd like them to. So the other question was, how much does this test cost? Well, the test is paid for by Medicare and most insurance plans. So if you have any questions, the friendly team at Genetic Health RX will be there to answer your questions, and they'll even come to your home or work to get your test done. So it's very, very convenient. So it's about a 10-minute visit. It's very, very simple, very straightforward. So if you have any questions or want more information, call the team at Genetic Health RX at 612-991-9930. Once again, their number for a genetic test is 612-991-9930. All right. Terry, before we get going here, let's let our audience know how they can get a hold of you if they have any questions or want more information.
Would love to. I'm so excited to hear from people. I know, Ken, you've got people that call in after the show. So, yeah, call now. Call now. Ask your questions. I'd love to help you. Small changes. It's all about those small changes, and I would love to share some thoughts. So you can go to my website. Again, it's www.beginning-today.com. It's very important you remember the dash, beginning-today.com. You can send me an email directly to Terry at beginning-today.com, and that'll just come right to my email address. But you can reach me through their website. And on the website, you're going to find so much information. There's a blog page in there that will give you some inspiration and some guidelines. It's all about mind, heart, and health, and you can type in some keywords and get to where you need. I did a little article in the Shelter in Place kind of to address the things that we're talking about right now. There is just, I have a Facebook page that you're welcome to look at. I am on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. Lots of locations to find me. If you want to go and check out the LinkedIn page, again, that'll tell you where else I am. There's some little brief segments of me speaking here and there and talking to different people and addressing these small changes. The planner is amazing. If you just needed a piece of accountability in your hands, I would highly recommend it. It's a $10 spiral notebook covering 12 weeks where you record what you're doing. So when it's working, you can see what you were doing and what was working for you. And when it's not working so well, the truth is in the writing. You can look at that as well. Ken, we talked about I'm going to shoot off in another direction. I hope you're okay with that.
No, that's fine. But I just want people to know that this book is great. It's not like a pamphlet. It's actually a spiral-bound book that is going to be very helpful. And if they do work with you or really anybody, to have that history as to what they're doing will make it so much easier to get changes. And
Absolutely.
And to help them with some ideas and suggestions.
And when I do classes, we all use this. This is what people do. And so when I talk to you the following week, we go through what you've done and compare what's been happening. And that way you have a ledger about it. But if you're not local and we can't work, although I do stuff online and I do Zoom calling, so we can work that way. But if you're working with somebody else, that's fine. Now you have something to show them, something that says, here's what I've been doing. Here's how much I've moved. Here's how I've treated my day with my food. And Ken, I love it. There's a place in there for water. There's some little water bottles in there, and you check them off as you've drank your water. And it's a great way. How much water did I drink today? Now you know. And the reason it's spiral bound is so that you can flip it open and see one page at a time. It's easy to toss in your purse. It doesn't take up a lot of room on your table or your desk. And that way it's always there for you to mindfully take notes and write along as it's going. One of the hardest things is at the end of the day to go back and recreate it. Because as you know, those BLTs get in the way. BLTs, bites, licks, and tastes. Those all count in there. And that one little square of chocolate or that little handful of nuts or hard candies, write it down. The notebook's right there. The planner's right there. And when you review it a few days later, you'll look back and go, oh, my goodness, that's where I made the mistake.
Well, and that's the thing that people, I think, don't understand, too, is by doing some of these little snacks and things, they're actually stimulating their body to crave more food. I mean, there's a whole bunch of things that you are so great at helping people understand just how their body works. And if you got it written down, it makes it very easy for you to diagnose kind of what's going on with their lifestyle. Absolutely.
And, it needs to be said, I just love this. Your body is an ongoing chemistry experiment. Your body is trained to take its best care of you. So you want to put in the best ingredients and the best things for your body, and it will do the best job for you. It's all your body has to do. Take care of you. That's its entire function. So feed it well and let it take care of you. I get so crazy when I see some of these ads on TV and some of these, here, drink this, here, eat this, here, take this supplement and you'll lose the weight. Well, that's just not right. And I feel bad for people they're so excited they want to do that and they think it's a quick fix, and it's not a quick fix. But by being aware of what you're doing, you're in control of you, and your body is an amazing thing.
Well, the problem with those supplements or things are expensive, and they create a kind of a crutch for people, and they want a quick fix, and they want it done now, and sometimes they don't want to make the commitment. And it doesn't take that much, but we're already at the end of this next segment here. So let's come back. I want to talk about the new 30-day Quick Start with you, but it's time for a short break. We'll be right back to continue our conversation with Terry Mattson, founder of Beginning Today Lifestyle Wellness. Please get your questions ready for us when we return. You can call us at 952-946-6205. You are listening to Living Healthy and Aging Well with Ken Haglind. Please stay with us.
Even though these are challenging times, All Energy Solar is still committed to providing you a cost-effective, environmentally friendly energy system through their zero-contact protocol. Solar remains a great value and long-term investment, but some of the incentive programs will be expiring soon. All Energy Solar can walk you through the entire process. They can evaluate your property by phone or webinar and can even complete preliminary design work without visiting your home. So start saving on your energy bill today and visit allenergysolar.com.
Now, more than ever, we are being faced daily with the topic of human mortality, and for many people, estate planning has been top of mind. Getting your estate planning done now can be easy and cost-effective. Schroman Law offers virtual options for initial consultations so that new clients can safely initiate the process. With many facing uncertain financial situations, Schroman Law also offers affordable fees for legal documents. Learn more at schromanlaw.com. That's SCHROMEN law.com.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service also allows me to be there for my community in ways others can't. I help my hometown recover after nature strikes. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my country and those I care about safe from threats. I also work with a network of professionals that help me succeed. Also, the Army National Guard's education benefits make getting a higher education a reality. Being an Army National Guard soldier makes living and serving in my community more rewarding every day. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Minnesota Army National Guard. Aired by the Minnesota Broadcasters Association and this station.
And the glow from that fire can truly light the world.
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your internet marketing can do for you, but what you can do for your marketing.
Hi, this is Chad Hobart with Social Media MN. Coronavirus has challenged every small business owner. What you can do for your internet marketing today will likely determine how your business pivots and recalibrates to find and retain new customers online. Social Media MN offers uncomplicated, results-driven, and affordable internet marketing solutions. Call us today for a hassle-free consultation at 763-244-4058. That's 763-244-4058. Or visit us online at socialmediamn.com. That's socialmediamn.com.
With your AM 950 weather, I'm Sam Turnberg. Today we got showers with a high near 66. Tonight more showers with a low around 51. Tomorrow still raining with a high near 58. Monday sunny with a high near 72. And Tuesday sunny with a high near 78. Thank you for all of the listeners that have supported by becoming members. Thank you for all the kind notes, calls, and comments. We can still use help through memberships as we know we are a long way from getting through this virus. Go to am950radio.com to learn more.
Welcome back. You are listening to Living Healthy and Aging Well, where we talk about your health and your life. My name is Ken Haglind, and joining me today in the main studio at AM 950 is Terry Madsen. She is the founder of Beginning Today Lifestyle Wellness. She offers coaching classes to a wide range of audiences, including corporate organizations, senior communities, and individuals. Terry is passionate about helping guide people in making small changes in habits for maximum results, one step at a time. To ask Terry a question today, please feel free to call the radio station, and that number is 952-946-6205. Once again, 952-946-6205. This is your chance to talk to somebody who does several speaking engagements throughout the year and talks to many, many people about making these small changes. And so she's a wealth of information. Give us a call, and we'll get your question on the air. Before we jump back into the show here, I do want to mention a new in-home support service called Neighbor Care, and that's being offered by our show partner, Episcopal Homes. Now, if you or someone you know is struggling to maintain living independently or is considering a move to an assisted living community, please call Neighbor Care first. Now, Neighbor Care is a new kind of in-home support service that is more affordable than traditional home care providers. This innovative new home care service is designed to help older adults remain independent by making in-home support services more affordable and accessible. Care professionals can help with daily tasks in smaller time increments, even multiple times each day as needed. Now, this unique support service is offered 24 hours a day. This new program is being offered by Episcopal Homes in St. Paul. Now, for more than 125 years, Episcopal Homes has been serving the Twin Cities and understands the importance of a safe and supportive home environment. Neighbor Care is currently providing services near the Episcopal Homes coverage area within the urban core of St. Paul. This service benefits from financial support from from the Minnesota Department of Human Services, which recognizes innovation is needed to help support our older adults living well at home. For more information, call Karen Bento at Episcopal Homes at 651-444-4000. Once again, give Karen a call about this new in-home care service. Her number is 651-444-4000. All right, Terry, before we jump into our next topic here, which I want to talk about this new 30-day Quick Start program you have, and we're both so excited to talk about that. But let people know how they can get a hold of you if they have any questions.
You can get a hold of me at Terry at beginning-today.com. You can call me at 612-308-0801. You can visit the website and get to me there at www.beginning-today.com. And I also have a Facebook page, and that too is called Beginning Today Lifestyle Wellness. So if you have Facebook and you want to go pop into that, I'd love to see you over there.
Yes, and you use that Facebook page quite a bit for communicating to your clients and people that are interested in your programs. So let's talk about this new 30-day Quick Start with Terry.
Right. Yeah.
Let's talk about that. So how did that start, and what are your thoughts about how that can help people?
Well, that started with this whole stay-at-home thing. People aren't able to get out. They're not getting the support they needed. So I needed to come up with an online-only program. So this is something that you get online. You do it by yourself. You walk the walk. You get an email from me every week, week 1, 2, 3, and 4. You get a midweek email from me. You also get a shopping list. You get recipes. You get smoothies. There's so much support that comes with this program throughout these 4 weeks, and it's sprinkled. So there isn't an overwhelming amount of information given at one time. It's just at a nice pace that is good for you. And there's a private Facebook page that's created for this program. It's $79. That's a limited time special offer to get as many people started as possible right now. Just kicking it off, Ken, right here today on your show. It's the first time I'm talking about it and putting it out there live. So it is the 30-day Quick Start with Terry. And again, it's for limited time, $79. And again, what you get is 4 weeks. The first week is planning for your long-term success. And in week 1, we talk about planning your meals, your shopping trips to save time, calories, and money. And I know we're going to talk a little bit about that with some questions that you got.
Yeah.
The second week is all about move that body and what types of exercise and movement work for you. And I like to emphasize, when you think about when you moved your body when you were young, it was play. It wasn't exercise. It wasn't activity. It was play. And so I like people to think about, how did you play, and change the way your thought process goes with that. And week 3 is eat better, not just less. Calories are not all created equal. And it depends on what you're putting in, the nutrition that you're putting in. We want you to double the quality of your food. You'll stay satiated. You'll stay food. Those cravings are going to disappear. So it's just that mindfulness of calories are not all created equal. And the 4th and final week is all about fueling your body and fine-tuning your portions. So you're going to be working on that, not only that last week, but month after month, to get control of your weight and your healthy living until you hit that ideal weight. And again, I can't emphasize it enough. Whenever you start making some changes, it's best to chat with your doc, make sure everything is functioning the way it's supposed to be, and it's just a matter of changing your habits, and it's not a medical condition. So all of those things, plus the added benefits of the email supports that you're going to be getting, the private Facebook page where you get to talk about your journey. People are going to express what's going on with their journey. You get to ask questions that I'll answer in that Facebook page. And that's all on the 30-day Quick Start with Terry program. And you can go to my Facebook page and look for that. You can send me an email at terry@beginning-.com, terry-beginning-.com. The more I say it, the more I jumble it up. But at any rate, it's a nice 30-day gentle way of making those changes for those of you who have busy lives and want to do something on your own.
Well, and this is the time to do it. with so many of us being confined to home, our lives are a little bit different. Some people they're slower. I've had some people call and say, "I'm just bored. I'm so used to my routine of getting up in the morning." Which it's funny. Some people said, "I used to hate my routine. Now I don't have it. And I really miss it."
We all and that's fun, Ken. We all need a routine. It's not just so small. Remember with the small kids, they need a routine. We all need a routine. And one of the blog titles I see, you've got it pulled up on your laptop. It's I just want to get back into my jeans. Wellness interrupted, and that is exactly what we've been going through with this coronavirus that we've been struggling through. So I know this is a perfect time for us to get back on track, because you know what, every state is changing, and we're going to start seeing our friends and coworkers again, and we want them to recognize us.
Right. Well, I had a gal who said, "I am not ready for shorts or swimsuits." Yeah. She said, "This has been the worst thing that's happened to me because I've been home and I'm just constantly snacking." And she said, "I am stressed out. I'm eating because I'm stressed. I'm eating. I'm emotionally eating." She knows what's happening, but she doesn't know how to stop it. Yeah. And so that's why the show today was so. I said, "Well, just listen to the show on Saturday, and we'll talk a bit about that as well."
Right.
But let me just make sure on this 30-day. So the 30-day Quick Start program, people would sign up by going to your website, right? Yes,
they'll be able to sign up on the website. The link isn't in there right now. It will be later today. But like I said, today's the first day I'm launching it. But go to the website But you're able to ask me questions and get to me and say, "Terry, I want to sign up for the Quick Start program," and I will send you the link right back. Okay. But until then, it will be on the website. So go there, sign up for it, look for it. I'm going to be putting it in my Facebook page. So if you go to Beginning Today Lifestyle Wellness on Facebook, it's there. It's going to be everywhere real soon.
Yeah, well, good, because it's a perfect time to do that. So I encourage people to check that out later today here once you get that posted. I've got only a few more minutes left here. I do want to talk about all these questions that I've been getting. Yes. We've been getting all kind of questions, and we talked about some of that here. Give us some suggestions. I know people are struggling with. They're sitting home. A lot of times they roll out of bed, and if they're working from home, they're in their pajamas, and a lot of times I'm hearing people say, "Well, I end up sitting at my kitchen table. Yeah. That's where my desk is." And as I've been doing research in this, many experts say you need to have a dedicated workspace. You got to have somewhere you go. It can't be at the kitchen, because what are you going to do in the kitchen? You've been conditioned to eat in the kitchen. So then you eat all the time while you're sitting in the kitchen, and things are right there, easy reach. Mm-hmm. So you give us some tips about how people can make maybe some small changes just in how they manage their routine at home now versus their routine that they would have at the office.
Absolutely, because it is different. Yeah. Well, you need to have a routine. You need to set that alarm. You need to get up. You need to not sit there and hit that snooze, because it is important. Today's important. Every day is the first day of the rest of your life, and you got to think about that when you wake up. So get up. Hopefully you've got that bottle of water, glass of water sitting right there. Wake yourself up with that. Give yourself a little bit of stretches. Now, some of us work out in the morning. Some of us work out later in the day. But if you're a morning workout person, get that workout in now. Not by the time, stretch, get yourself ready, and then get your workout in, and then hop in that shower and get your day started. I think where some people go wrong is like, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to make some coffee. I'm going to sit down. And they haven't engaged that their day has begun. And so they go down and they sit in their office, the corner of the kitchen or the dining room or their office. Maybe they have it done. But they haven't really told their mind and their body that they're at work, because they're not ready for work. They crawled out of bed and they flipped on the coffee pot and they slumbered over to where they were going. Treat it like a work day. You're much more efficient if you get up, wake your body up, get that routine started. Go ahead and make that coffee if you want. But tell your body, today we're starting. Now's the time. And when you sit down to that laptop, that computer, if you're writing manuscript, whatever it is that your job is, get started, because you're ready. And if you need to work out first and then get ready, do that workout first. Mm-hmm. But get that routine and dedicate what you're doing with your time. I think people forget to block time.
Yeah, no, I think, and that's one of the things that even just the mindset is, in fact, we're going to talk, we're almost at the end of this segment here, but when we get back, we'll talk about is the kitchen open or is the kitchen closed? And it's very important that we've found for both people, adults, and for the children. So anyway, we're going to take a quick, short break here. We've got one more segment left, folks. So if you have a question, please give us a call, 952-946-6205. We'll be right back to continue our conversation with Terry Madsen. She is the founder of Beginning Today Lifestyle Wellness. So please get your questions ready for when we return. You are listening to Living Healthy and Aging Well. I'm Ken Haglind. Please stay with us.
You can't go through a day without hearing about healthcare reform. St. Paul Corner Drug is here to help you navigate the ever-changing healthcare landscape. We are your advocate in getting much-needed prescription medication covered under your insurance plan. Need to choose a different plan? There is no reason to feel like you are drowning in the system. St. Paul Corner Drug can make simple work out of finding you a plan that best suits your needs. You can rest assured at St. Paul Corner Drug, pharmacy the way it should be.
Hi, everyone. Matt McNeil here. I want to thank everyone from the bottom of my heart who's become a member of AM 950 over the last few weeks. You can become a member by simply heading over to am950radio.com and donating. The membership response has been so great, we're planning on launching some brand new members-only content, like a monthly Tom Hartman interview and weekly updates with new content. Head over to am950radio.com and declare, yes, I want to support AM 950. For everyone who is a member, thank you so very much for your support. And thanks for listening to the progressive voice of Minnesota, AM 950.
I'm Candy Brothel, publisher of the Twin Cities edition of Natural Awakenings magazine and host of Green Tea Conversations, a new show for people who are on a journey to take responsibility for their health and play a more active role in their family's well-being. Join me every Sunday at 10 a.m. as I interview local experts who share the latest in natural holistic approaches in a fun and informative way. So grab a cup of tea and join the conversation as we awaken to natural health. Visit us at naturaltwincities.com.
Hey, it's Brett from FYI Politics. We appreciate you listening to AM 950 and promoting Minnesota's only progressive talk station. We also want to remind you how important it is to support our advertisers amid the coronavirus outbreak. The advertisements you hear on AM 950 are what allows us to stay on the airwaves and bring you the best in progressive talk radio. We're not funded through some giant parent company. We're an independent, locally owned business that relies on the local advertisers you hear. Unfortunately, many of those advertisers are going to be hit hard by the coronavirus closures. So please, support our advertisers in any way that you can. Whether that's ordering some delicious takeout food from one of our Eat Local Minnesota restaurants, purchasing gift cards, or even just contacting them and telling them thanks for supporting AM 950. We know times are tough, so even the littlest thing you can do can go a long way to help. Find a full list of our advertisers at am950radio.com. That's am950radio.com. And thanks for listening.
Hey, I guess we found a new name for our show.
Really? What's the new name?
Pilot's Progressive Party.
How did you ever come up with that?
Pilot's our name and progressive fun is our game.
Well, what's that about?
It's a 1-hour news show with progressive guests and information you normally don't hear on the radio.
Well, that's so exciting. I have a few ideas for guests myself.
I know they'll be progressive.
Wednesdays from 5 to 6 p.m. on AM 950.
The progressive voice of Minnesota.
Welcome back. You are listening to Living Healthy and Aging Well, where we talk about your health and your life. My name is Ken Haglind, and joining me today in the main studio of AM 950 is Terry Madsen. She is the founder of Beginning Today Lifestyle Wellness. And we're going to continue our conversation here about some ideas and tips that we can share with you while we're all going through this stay-at-home coronavirus pandemic situation. But before we get back into that, I do want to mention this program is brought to you in part by the great people at Minnesota Hospice. Minnesota Hospice is an independent, physician-owned medical practice serving our local communities here for over 12 years with innovative and comprehensive end-of-life health care. If you or your loved one have any questions regarding what is end-of-life care or support, you must call the people at Minnesota Hospice. The compassionate team there will answer your questions and give you some information that will be life-changing. Many people do not understand what the modern hospice care is like. So you got to give them a call, and they'll explain that for you. Their number is 952-898-1022. Once again, 952-898-1022. Or, of course, visit them online at minnesotahospice.com. And just remember, folks, if you're on Medicare, all of the care, all of the health care when you're on hospice is paid for. So there's no deductible, no copay, there's no cost to you. So again, please give them a call. They will share with you how important this healthcare service is. All right, Terry, before we get on here, let's let the audience know again how they can reach you if they have more questions or want more information about your new 30-day Quick Start program.
The 30-day Quick Start program and the planner are all available by contacting me. I'm happy to take your phone call at 612-308-0801. You can also text that number. And go online at www.beginning-today.com, beginning-today.com, and that is my website, which has all sorts of information, blogs. Direct way you can get a hold of me from there. Sign up for the different programs. They're all available on that. And or Terry at beginning-today.com is my email address. So any of those ways. Oh, and then the Facebook page is for people who like to scroll around on Facebook, and that is Beginning Today Lifestyle Wellness.
Fantastic. All right. Well, this show is going by so fast already here. We'll have to have you back again to talk more about this because you and I both are getting calls throughout the weeks and text messages asking us for our thoughts. And like I said to you before, I get these calls or texts saying, Ken, I've gained weight. I don't want to go back to work until I've lost this weight. Or people are saying, I'm really frustrated. I've been home now for 2 months. I'm not sure when I'm going back to work. I'm stressed out. I know I'm emotionally eating, and I'm not feeling good about myself.
Oh, I know.
So Terry, let's in the last few minutes here, let's just give people some ways to kind of rethink their situation.
Great idea. Fantastic. I know we were kind of round-robining on the break there, having so much fun with it. But, number one, first and foremost, you can't eat it if you don't have it.
That's right.
Let that resonate. That's both good and bad. You can't eat good stuff if you don't have it. You can't eat the bad stuff if you don't have it. So keep that in mind. And take, that time blocking thing. You're doing it professionally. You've done it with your families when you're raising them and they're going to school. Time block that you're going to spend, and you pick your day. Everybody's different. Maybe Wednesday is your day, Sunday, whatever. So every Sunday you sit down and you make your plan. Now, if you purchase a planner, if you purchase the 30-day Quick Start, there are recipe guides in there. There are shopping lists in there. Start with something simple and just look at what those shopping lists are, because everything in that shopping list is tools for multiple meals. So start writing down, maybe have some ideas. Okay, Taco Tuesday, what does that look like in your world? Well, hopefully it's a little bit different, and we can go into detail on that later. Doesn't matter what you call it, Meatless Monday, and write it down. And the best way, get the family involved. Kids, what do you want to eat? What do you want to have? And sometimes you can make things very similar, just a little bit differently. So if you get your menu laid out, then that's your basic plan. Then start thinking about what groceries you can get to enhance that. And maybe instead of ground beef, you use ground turkey. Spices are good. They change the flavor up of so many things. Grilling season is out, so get stuff for that grill. Double up. If you're going to have chicken on Tuesday, make double chicken. And then on Thursday, you can use the leftover and toss it into a salad or make it into some kind of a soup or, there's so many. Don't just think about one meal at a time. Think about multiplying those meals. If you are a chip crazy person, that salty, snacky crunch.
Crunchy, yeah.
Oh, I know. So many people. Think about what you can replace that with. And everybody thinks, baked kale. Yeah, that's one thing, but that's not for everybody.
Celery, carrots, there's a whole bunch of things.
And that leads me to drink your water, the H2O. The best way to get, some of us, we just, not me, I love water, but not everybody does. How else are you going to take some of that water in? You know what? By the celery, by the carrots, watermelon, cantaloupe, cucumbers, all the things that are coming out of the garden. If it's most of these things, berries, are at least 85% water. And so by increasing those in your diet, you're also getting some of that hydration that you so desperately need. But think about, whatever breakfast time is, 8 to 8:45. That's your window. Make sure it's happening. Lunchtime, noon to 1. That's your window. If, time block. And then if it's 1 o'clock and you haven't had lunch, tomorrow you will. It's you've got to be prepared. You've got to be thinking. You've got to be planning. It's mindfulness is what it is, which is why you want to write it down.
Right, and the thing is, what happens with some folks, and we're getting out of time here already, but they said their children are making it impossible to get work done or to have be productive because the kids are constantly coming up and saying, hey, I want a sandwich, hey, I want this, hey, I want that. And so she said, I had to make a sign saying the kitchen is closed or the kitchen is open, and she has it for certain times of the day. So Terry, we got to go. It's already the end of the show. Yes, we'll have you back here because there's so many things we need to talk about, some of these tips.
That basket of fruit for the kiddos on the table.
Yes. Just little things that can make a big difference with both the health of your children and you. But anyway, first of all, Terry, I want to thank you for being here today. Terry Mattson, she's the founder of Beginning Today Lifestyle Wellness. She offers coaching classes to a wide range of audiences, including corporate organizations, senior communities, and individuals. Now, Terry is passionate about helping guide people in making small changes in habits for maximum results, one step at a time. So, Terry, we have 50 seconds left here. The 30-day Quick Start program is being launched today, so we're very, very proud to have you on the show to launch this program. How do people get a hold of you if they have more questions?
Terry at beginning-today.com, 612-308-0801. Those are the best and the quickest ways. Love to talk to you. We can just walk it through a little bit first and see if it's a program that was working for you.
I'm sure it'll work great for them. We hope you enjoyed today's show. Please contact us with any questions or comments you have regarding today's conversation, or let us know of topics you'd like for us to discuss on future shows. You can reach us by phone or text at 612-999-3426. And thank you for listening to Living Healthy and Aging Well, where we talk about your health and your life. And until next time, live well.
Selling ice cream.